Hey, I'm Frank, and I have hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Before starting Cosentix, I was so uncomfortable with my symptoms, like not being able to sleep on white sheets or wear white clothes. Now I can appreciate the little things.
Cosentix secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if allergic to Cosentix. Get checked for TB before starting. Increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like TB or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some were fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTIX or Cosentix.com.
You're stronger than HS. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentix.
What is Café Mocha? Café Mocha is experts, celebrities.
What's up? This is Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
This is In Vogue.
This is India Ari.
So much more. All from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Café Mocha.
It's Café Mocha celebrating 15 years of entertaining, educating, and uplifting. Keyshia Cole is on her 20th anniversary tour. Singer-songwriter Elijah Blake is on the road with her. He's given us plenty of backstage info. Plus, comedian Lavell Crawford just wrapped his movie with Adam Sandler. We've got them both with Loni Love. Yo, I'm the producer, Angelique. It's Café Mocha. Loni, what's up?
Okay, it's a lot of stuff happening. It's still summer, and we have things happening, and we want to talk about it. I am so excited because I am developing a special show in New York, just for New Yorkers. It's called Comedy and Song. It will be at the City Winery, August the 6th. And when I say yo, this is like, it's because, City Winery is this beautiful venue. They have a lot of different types of wine, food. The entertainment there is great. So I wanted to produce a show that not only showed comedy, but also showed the love of song. So I have my friend St. Aubin, who is a Broadway star. He's going to be performing. I'll be performing, and we're also going to be performing together. And that will be August the 6th. It's a beautiful Wednesday night. So if you're there in New York, please stop by, get a ticket, get your tickets now, because it's going to be something that's just phenomenal, and it's something very special for New Yorkers. So Comedy and Song, Loni Love featuring St. Aubin, August the 6th at the City Winery in New York.
It is summer. You just had a birthday. My girl over there, Yo-Yo, is about to have a birthday.
Yes.
All right, happy birthday, Loni. Go on and shake it. It's your birthday. Get low to the flow. It's your birthday. A little bit.
I had a good birthday. I did everything. I went to Vegas, and I did a lot of stuff. I just, I celebrate the whole month, but now it's Leo season. So, Yo, what are you planning on doing for your birthday?
Listen, honey. Listen, Linda. Yo, Yeezy. Okay, we moved them cancers right on out of here, baby. We marched in there like the queen lioness we are, and I am taking over Santa Barbara. We are doing the business class train ride to Santa Barbara. My daughter is 2 days after me, the eldest, Tiffany. She and her girlfriends, I got 6 tickets to Catalina Island. They are taking a ferry over there. My grandson, Kai, you guys saw him on Love and Hip Hop Being Born, is now 6 years old.
Wow.
He brought in the Leo gang. And yeah, I am just excited to celebrate Leo Nation, because nobody does it better than a Leo.
You guys are ridiculous. My mom's a Leo. She just had a birthday, and we did Broadway. We did Broadway twice. We went to go see the Alicia Keys musical, Hell's Kitchen, which is phenomenal. And then, I don't know if you guys know this, but Moulin Rouge is back. And for a while, Wayne Brady and Taye Diggs are starring in it. Man.
What was it?
Oh my gosh. I have no words. It was so good. It was so sexy. I don't even know what to say. All the music. If you saw the movie, then you kind of know the flow of it. But they added all these new songs from Beyonce, I mean, just tons of new music. Adele, hip hop, lots of outcasts in there. Just really fun and really good. Tay
That's what I love
Diggs.
about you, Angelique. You really, I mean, because we always are thinking of something to do. Like everyone say, what do you like to do? And I'm like, let's go bowling. What about a Broadway play? I think that's so sexy.
I mean, I grew up on Broadway.
I know,
Um,
forget about it.
back in the day when The Wiz came out, I couldn't go see The Wiz, but they brought the album back home. And I just remember playing that album over and over and over again. Stephanie Mills doing her thing. So this is one of the things that has been in our family for a while. It's expensive, but there's so many things in New York that we used to do as kids that were free. The Shakespeare in the Park, the Harlem Ballet. I mean, just tons of really good stuff. But but yeah, I splurged. I got some tickets from mommy, who was just really, really happy. Then took her to a nasty Indian restaurant. But I mean, anyway, um, we had,
I think
we
it's so
had a
I think that's so good that you take time with your mom, you know? I really do love that because mothers right now, Lonnie, we're going through so much, huh? Right? Aren't we going through so much? I think that when the daughters get to take, because my older sisters, they don't want to take mommy nowhere. They like,
uh,
that's your job, Yolanda.
oh no. Well, my mom's a Leo, just like you, and so they require attention. And if they don't get it, they just gonna make you pay attention. So I
Like,
don't want any of that.
so guilty. We're going to give you the guilt trip.
I'm an only child, so I gotta take care of it. I can't pass off on nobody.
Oh my God, to all of my Cancers, happy birthday. To all of my Leos kicking in the door, waving the fofo. All you got to remember is also your girl Yo Yo is a Leo, and we are going to be celebrating. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Join Lonnie for an intimate night at the City Winery. Just go to citywinery.com, click on New York. The show is August 6th. Coming up, comedian Lavell Crawford.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Café Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha with Yo-Yo, Loni Love, and Angelique on the line. One of my comedy brothers. We've been doing this for a long time. And this is his first time on Cafe Mocha, ladies. Please welcome the hilarious actor, comedian, and my comedy brother, Lavell Crawford. Hey, Lavell.
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, Miss Lonnie? How y'all doing? Yo-Yo and everybody.
Hey.
You know what? This is the thing, Lavell. You have been a comedy dynamo for years. I mean, how did you get your start? That's what I always wanted to ask. How did you get your start in stand-up?
Oh man, shoot! At home in St. Louis, ain't getting nothing. About to flunk out of college, and my mom about to throw me out, and I was going to community college, and I kept making friends laugh, and I thought I could do it. Went to the Funny Bone in St. Louis, and I said, God, if I get one laugh, I'll make it a career, and here we are today. That's all I can tell you.
Well, let me tell you something. I've seen you on the road. You've been doing so much, and your career it keeps growing and growing and growing. So I wanted to say congratulations. But there's a lot of stuff we want to get into. Number one, you're in the new movie Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix with a cameo as Slim Peterson. Tell me what it's like, working with like Adam Sandler and those people and being in something that's like a legacy type of movie like Happy Gilmore.
Man, Happy Gilmore, being with Adam Sandler, I mean, he found me on YouTube and him and his people put me right in there. My first movie with him, Ridiculous Six, man, and it was so much fun because Adam's movies be so big. It's like being in a whole nother city when he do stuff, man, because he have celebrities all in it. It just be so much gag jokes and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. And then, this is the fourth, I think this is the fifth one I've done because I was in a 4 months before that. And he showed so much love. He always just called me out the blue. Hey, man, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yeah. And Happy Gilmore, too, me and my agent was just talking about it, man. And I was like, man, I would love to be in it. and here I got to be an iconic character in the movie, man. It was an honor, man. It was a lot of fun, and I mean, we just had the premiere in New York this past Monday, and it received greatly. People loved it, man. All the celebrities came out. It was a lot of fun, man.
I mean, what I love about Adam Sandler, and you know this, is that he really works with all types of comedians. He gives comedians all types of opportunities and stuff. And you know, you and Adam Sandler in the same movie, it's got to be hilarious. How much of your stuff was scripted versus you going off the cuff? Because you're great off the cuff.
Man, he left like about 5 of my jokes in that I just came with off the top of my head. So when you watch it, except for the stuff that, you know, the serious scripted stuff, man, everything I did was mine, you know. And I was honored by that, because a lot of times, you know, writers be like, no, man, I wrote it this way because of this. But Adam, he let me go on and go, man. And he went back and, you know, and just seen it was funny, and he left it in, and I love that, man. And plus, he just takes care of his people. I always said I want to be a black Adam Sandler to help all my fellow comedians at least get one movie credit, if not, you know, a couple, you know, because he always helped his family. All his family was in it, you know. So it was a lot of fun. Everybody acting stupid in it. I mean, all the celebrities, everybody just having fun, man. So you laughed all day.
You know what, Lavell, what we love so much about you is from your stand-up comedy, you've always been someone who has been raw, real, and, you know, you gave comedy a real sense of yourself. Were you able to do that? Is there a difference between stage and being an actor? Are you still able to bring a little bit of Lavell with you?
Well, I got to, because I am not a thespian. I can't get up there like Denzel and do some Ivanhoe or Hamlet. I gotta bring the good old country gravy and biscuit kind of comedy that Lavell come with, man. I gotta come my way, because I mean, there's no way I could fake to look pride, but you know, it's got to be real. It's got to be a reason why I do something, and you know, and I took it. God bless you. What was that, a sneeze?
I'm laughing over here.
That's her laughing, Lavell.
I thought it was a bark. I didn't know what the hell that was.
I know, me too. I was like, what is she doing over there?
I think she raising pit bulls. What's going on?
I'm trying to hold back my laughter. I mean, because it's like this all the time. Loni says something, I have to mute my mic because I'll just crack up. What you guys don't understand, laughter. I mean, just to say one word and we're cracking up, and here I am. My mic is open. I can't hold myself.
Oh man, ain't nothing wrong with hey, laugh. Shoot, I like people to laugh. I hate people to analyze. I want you to have a good time. I had a fan at the show the other night. I just got in off the plane today from Milwaukee, and it was one lady. She was laughing so hard in the back. People was looking at her crazy, like, "What's your problem?" I said, "You in a comedy club, dumbass."
That's right.
You know what you think? What you supposed to be doing? She's supposed to be crying about missing her mama. She up there having a good time. I'm funny, Negro.
That's
you
right.
know, but you know, the thing about that is, like I said, you know, you have to bring your own self to it. Some people try to read the script, and I read the script, but I just say, what would I do? You know, and I just ride off of that, man. And then they'll correct you if they like, oh, well, we want you to do it this way. I say, okay, you do it that way, but, you know, and I don't argue. But if they see, oh, man, we look back at yours, man, we're going to keep yours. I say, cool. I mean, like Breaking Bad, you know, when I was on there, you know, it was more facial expressions. And then when I did something serious, like I was beating up somebody or something, man, you know, that was, you know, you had to come another character. But, you know, in comedies, I let it all hang out.
It's Café Mocha. We're talking to Lavell Crawford, currently in Happy Gilmore 2. And on tour at the Funny Bone right now. I know you said you're not a thespian, that you bring Lavell to everything, but Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul,
Yeah,
you were a thespian.
Yes.
You won you won an Emmy, right? An Emmy?
A SAG.
Oh,
No,
SAG.
SAG
Okay.
Award.
For
I think that's a little better. I think that's a little better than the Emmy, man, because Emmy is something, but a SAG is the Screen Actors Guild Award. So, it's straight up all actors
yeah.
involved. It's the Actors Union. And shoot, when I won, Oprah was there, and what's his name? Forrest Whitaker was there. I got up when I won. I was like, yeah! And I pointed to Oprah. Oprah rolled her eyes, and I pointed at Forrest Whitaker, but I was on his bad eye side, so he didn't see me. And,
That's hilarious.
So then I walked up, man, and I was doing it, man. That's when I think that's when I first met Lupita Ipiano. I'm gonna mess her name up real
Lupita.
bad. Go on and correct it, Lonnie, because I still. If they had me on the head of the peace treaty of pronouncing the Queen's name over there, Queen La Petita Awayango, they gonna be like, oh, we don't want no truce with these niggas. We going to war.
You just say the girl that was in Black Panther. It's like
yeah, that's it. The Black Panthers.
I have to ask you.
Yes.
Have you always been this funny? Because it just seems like people knew you were going to be a comedian. Like you're naturally funny. I mean, did you fall into acting? How'd you start in acting? Like what made you go to a comedy club? Tell us the story. I just want to know. I'm curious.
Man, for real, speaking to a bad rapper like yourself, I wanted to be a rapper myself back in the day. I was gonna call myself Fat Free back in them days, man. I said you got to pay for the rap, but the fat come free, and I would be on some talent shows, and then I wanted to be an R&B singer, but I wasn't built right. I couldn't open my shirt up until I seen Levert, and I said maybe I can, but I met Sinbad, and I had just won a contest because I was up on stage and I was making fun of people that's rapping and making fun of their outfits. Because my whole crew, they all got stage fright and ran off, and I'm standing up there by myself looking stupid because I love the stage. So I just started rapping about everybody's outfit, talking about the food at the school, and everybody started laughing, and so I was making them laugh as I was rapping. And, and I said, man, I think I can do this. And I told Sinbad, he said, man, if you want to do it, it's fun. But trust me, he told the scary story, like when he did a show in Kansas City and the crowd was already, they had started the show late. And they said, y'all ready for Earth, Wind, and Fire? And the crowd went, well, we can't hear you. Are you ready for Earth, Wind, and Fire? The crowd went, and then he said, but first we got this young comedian, and the crowd started booing. They had set him up bad, but he said he went out there and he pulled it together and handled his business. And I said, well, I ain't really afraid of a hostile crowd. I dealt with my family. My family when the ribs ain't done. So I've been around hostile crowds. So, like I said, I got that one big laugh, man, and I said, ooh, I'm addicted. I'm addicted. I wasn't always funny because I did some talent shows in some nightclubs and I would get gonged and booed and I, got my life threatened. but I pulled through, and I loved it, man. I just got a fever for it, and now it comes so natural. Like my brother said, man, it's like a muscle memory now. You just get up there and just talk about anything. I said, but that's the good thing about comedy, man. My freedom in it is like, it's like once you learn how to fly, you can fly in any weather, you can fly at any altitude, you can move around. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world. When I'm up there, it feels like I'm invincible. When I get off stage, all the bills and all the problems come right back.
Okay.
It's almost like being on crack,
Mm-hmm.
Once you come down, you realize that you peed on yourself, you smell like crap, and you've been having on the same clothes for 30 days. But when you're high, you think you're Denzel Washington.
It's Café Mocha on the line. My comedy brother, Lavell Crawford. He's always on tour, but he's currently in the movie Happy Gilmore 2. He also has this comedy special, I Could Eat Part 2 on Amazon. Can we talk about your comedy special, and how do you come up with the material for your special, Lavell?
Man, well, you as a comic yourself, if you don't talk about your life, you really ain't no comedian. See, I think that's what gives me the edge in comedy is because I ain't afraid to talk about me and my experiences. It's easy to talk about, Donald Trump, blah 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 blah, but if you get up there and tell somebody about, how you used to eat at Waffle House and you had 4 pork chops and they missed one of your pork chops. You had to go back and your heart almost stopped after eating them that night and you almost died. And you can make a joke about it, and you still finish them pork chops off with that waffle. That's when that's when you can bring it real. So. And the thing about it is all my specials are if you watch them, I always put, them in a category. Like the first one I said, it was called Can a Brother Get Some Love? And that one was because I was on Last Common Standing, man, and I took second runner up. I thought I was gonna win, but after that I still didn't think I was famous. And then the next one I did was I believe it was Home for the Holidays, and that was like, going home, seeing my mom and doing jokes about all holidays. I write for seasons, I write for anything. And then before that, I had weight loss surgery, and I had lost like 150 pounds. So I did the joke about the new looks ain't funny, because the new looks ain't funny was people like, man, you gonna lose that weight, you ain't gonna be that funny no more. I said, man, the fat never carried the jokes. I just joked about the fat. You know what I'm saying? Right. When you do that, people think that's all you got is fat jokes. I said, man, I talk about everything. If you watch some of my show, you'd be amazed. Like, man, this dude don't even really talk about his weight. He talks about everything involved, and he might add a little accent to that. And that, I couldn't live off fat jokes the rest of my life. Did that, and then I did the comedy vaccine because we was in COVID. I shot one in COVID. That's the one that it got nominated for a Grammy. And I was like, dang, I had to wait till a world-stopping disaster to get nominated for a Grammy. So I said, man, did all the comedians, I'm joking, but I was joking. I was like, did all the comedians die? And my name was on the list. Is he still around?
Okay.
And, thank you, lovely ladies, for letting me be on the show. I appreciate the great Yo-Yo, the great Loni Love, and Miss Angelique. I'm sure you're great too. So.
I love it. We appreciate you. Congratulations on everything, Lavell. You work so hard. You're so talented. You're so funny. You deserve all the blessings. And please tell your wife I said hello. And thank you so much again.
I will. Thank you, Lonnie. Congratulations on all your blessings, and keep on pushing. All y'all guys got you covered, and stay on this path and everything will shine.
That's right.
Make sure you check out Lavell Crawford in Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix. He also has 2 comedy specials on Amazon Prime, or you can catch him live coming to a comedy club near you. On the way, Elijah Blake on Café Mocha.
We're at Café Mocha Radio. Socially savvy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Serving up more Café Mocha on the way. Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Café Mocha.
It's Café Mocha with Loni Love. Yo, I'm the producer, Angelique. Back on Café Mocha, he is currently on tour with Keyshia Cole. Got a new single out called White Rum. Elijah Blake, welcome back to Café Mocha. How you doing?
How's it going, ladies? When I tell you they told me I was going to be on with y'all, and my flight was delayed, and I said, tell them to wait for me, please, in Jesus' name.
Oh, look at us.
So special.
How you been, Elijah? How's everything been going?
I've been good. The tour's been amazing. To see all those people from different walks of life come to celebrate Keyshia, who's literally, blood couldn't make her closer to me. that's been the most beautiful part. Because, you know, sometimes I think she forgets the mark she's left and she's still leaving on the music side of things.
Right. You know, I know Keyshia from her being a guest on The Real. We also did a lip sync battle together. And when I say she is not only a talented person, but she's a very real and sweet woman.
Yes.
So, and you know, it's really good. So, how is the tour actually going?
It's going good. I mean, she's putting people in them seats every night. It's a stadium tour, so that's pretty surreal for me. I've had a lot of firsts in the music industry early on, but this is a big deal for me. I've been on tour and I've sold out on my own before, but like theaters and big club venues, nothing to this magnitude. So for her to extend her platform, you know, it's one thing when family members and friends say, hey, rock with you and they support your business, than to really put you in a position to elevate yourself. So she's done that for me time and time again in ways that no one else in the music industry has.
Talk about that relationship, because didn't you guys do a duet together on a new album?
Yeah, so my first time working with her was to do Enough for No Love on the Woman to Woman album. Her label brought me in because she had too many, it was a lot of ballads and they needed an up-tempo. And I was like, this is a lot of pressure. Like every time we went in the studio, I was like, we need an up-tempo. So thank God Enough for No Love came out, which she says every night is her favorite song of her catalog. And I'm like, you can't be serious. But a catalog like Heaven Sent, Love, and Sent From, you know what I mean? Like there's no way, but she feels that way. And we've been friends ever since then. It was literally like the first day I met her, we were inseparables. And we've collaborated on my project with Bad Liar, but she put me on that album, actually, the Woman to Woman album, and featured me as an artist, one of the first people to feature me as before I even had a record deal or right when I got the record deal. So it just made complete and total sense to go on this tour with her.
Nice.
I mean, you've done so much writing for people. I mean, you said you've been like selling out theaters. I mean, that's a big difference. Arenas are so
Thank you.
different. What did you have to do to get yourself ready for an arena?
It's very expensive. I will say that. Like I couldn't have predicted, with the level of travel, what it does on your voice. Luckily, God carried me. I'm a church boy, so, we sing with every fiber of our being. So usually I would have gone 4 days with the level. All my songs were super challenging, but he carried me, and I'm just now starting to, feel it on my voice. But, with 2 days left on the tour. So I'm not even mad. I'm not even like, God, why? I'm like, yeah, you really held it down, way further than I expected. So I'm just now starting to feel the strain on my voice with back-to-back shows for 20 dates, I think it is.
And there's a lot of people on this tour, like A. Marie, and are they Jeremiah, Carrie Hilson? I mean, are they on every night? Or are they like special guests, or is that the tour?
No, honestly, I'm the only one other than Keyshia that's on every date. So when we first started, it was Pink, Lil' Kim, which they were like joys to work with. So nobody on the actual tour has given any issues. Like everyone's been happy to be there. Everyone's been there happy to celebrate Keyshia. But I think now we're just now on the part where Carrie joins in. So that's been fun because my first writing session, Carrie is actually who flew me to Los Angeles. Well, one of them, I think it was my first writing session. She flew me to LA. So to see her and for her to see me on this thing, we kind of had like a brief moment in passing. That was kind of cool. And I think Friday jumps on the tour in Oakland and LA. So those other parts have been changing.
No, you know what? I get it. I understand you so much because when you're on a tour like that, your energy is on. I mean, you want to turn your energy all the way off. And then when you're ready to perform, you want to turn it all the way up. And sometimes when people are immature and you're working with different energies, you have to learn how to just peace with you. I get what you're saying because, it's the different energies. I get it. But like you said, patience is something you learn. And thank God that you are a church person who could, you know what I mean? You have some understanding with that energy that you deal with.
Definitely a lot of prayer. God has definitely carried me through because you have to also understand that you're a corporation as well. So even when if you don't want to be in charge, you kind of have to be because everyone's looking at you. So sometimes you don't feel like it. Some days, like, your voice is gone, but people's like, hey, it's payday. Like, turn these in. And they're just waiting for you to say yes or no on so many things. And I kind of just like to fall back and let my team do certain things. And I always say, I just want to sing. I literally, since I was a kid, I just want to sing. But there's so many things that I have to be in charge of. And then I have a release happening, right? So, like, White Rum is coming out. So then they want to rehearse, and then we got to do sound check, and then there's a fitting. But then there's also, like, the label and the team are like, do you approve these images? Because the song comes out tonight. Why are you not posting? Why are you not posting stories? I'm like, y'all don't even understand that we're, like, running and darting to sound check, and the sound check got moved because we added Lil' Kim today, and we're in Barclays, and Lil' Kim wants to bring out, her special guest, which is cool. But then now everybody's sound check gets moved, and no, I might have missed my post by like 20 minutes, but then, there's so many things happening. I'm not complaining. It's just very interesting from what I'm used to.
Now, with this being your big single, with this being your biggest concert in these arenas, were you trying to kind of like introduce your new single in the midst of all of this greatness? Has that been?
I did, yeah. And I'm singing. I sung White Rum for the first time the night it came out in Houston, and that was insane. Seeing people react, because you never know how it's gonna go, right? Because you're also opening for an artist who has an outstanding catalog, and they're really coming there to see her. You can only hope as a new artist that you can walk away with half of those people, or 10% of those people say, hey, I like him. Let me go look up who Elijah is, as opposed to in the past, I've headlined my own tour, so the people are there to see Elijah, but that's not necessarily always the case when they're just there to see Keyshia, and they might like me, and they might. So it's hard to try to introduce new songs, but so far it's been going amazing, and luckily she has a very musical fan base, and they're super receptive to it.
There was some issue, and I love what Keyshia did about it, where she had a special guest that she didn't know about, and she was very vocal about it. Were you able to, help her through that?
Honestly, outside of music and outside of the tour, Keyshia has been my therapist and vice versa. So we haven't had enough time to talk because it's moving so fast, Loni. Like, it's moving so fast. Like, I do remember watching it because I watch her show on the side of the world, on the side of the stage every night, and I kind of like study and just learn what I can and how she communicates with her fans. And I remember just seeing her a little dejected on the stage. I'm just like, what's wrong? Like, I couldn't figure out like what was wrong. So when I saw the post, it was in real time when you guys saw it. But I just know that's like this tour is very personal to her. And I think that night was the anniversary of her mother's birthday and her mother's passing. So this tour is very personal to her. And I do think that her knowing, who's coming out, when they're coming out, was not as much a deal as whoever played a part in like not letting her know. Like, this tour is very personal to her.
The deadline for the HBCU First Look Film Festival is August 28th. If you have a film and you're at a HBCU or recently graduated from one, go ahead and submit it at hbcufirstlook.com. This year, Marseille Martin from Blackish and legendary actress Lynn Whitfield from The Chi will be joining us. Again, go to hbcufirstlook.com.
Here's your dose of espresso. Strong, hot news now.
This is the Espresso. We're sending prayers to Deion Sanders, whose doctors discovered he had bladder cancer and quickly took care of it. He offered this word of advice to black men and everybody else.
Get checked out. Because if it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled up on this. Get checked out.
Did Keyshia Cole just say she wants to have another baby?
And you set so many goals for yourself, and imagine accomplishing those goals, all the goals that you set for yourself. I mean, I think setting new goals and just wanting new things in my life, I think a girl would be one of them. Yeah, and a husband.
And happy birthday to Mother Henderson of Atlanta, who just turned 105. Her granddaughter said faith and acts of service is probably why her grandma's still kicking.
She's met a couple of presidents, first wives, a lot of dignitaries, advocating all for her people, and did all of this work as a volunteer. That is even more impressive.
That's the Espresso.
This is Café Mocha. Radio from a woman's perspective.
We've got Elijah on the line. Go ahead, Loni.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, because she's putting up the funds. It's her name, and she should know. And the way she said there's no beef against that person. She said, no. I just did not know that he was coming out.
Yeah, and every night she announces that person, whoever. So yeah, like every night she announces who it is, except for that night. And it's like when she brought out Silk, she said what Silk meant to her. Then when she brought out, just whoever was brought out Big Sean, she said why that record resonated with her. So that was the one night that she didn't. So I can understand why she felt away, because I would feel away as well too, because she has a responsibility to her fans and the people that have paid to come and see her. This is really her scope.
It's Café Mocha on the line, singer, songwriter, currently on tour with Keyshia Cole, Elijah Blake. Now you have this new single, White Rum. I love me some white rum. Woo!
Right? Are you Caribbean?
No, I'm not Caribbean, but I've been with a few. So, let's talk about White Rum. Let's talk about this, single.
So, I just want to, I love metaphors when I write songs, because I just think those are the easiest way to even when I speak, if I'm trying to explain my point to somebody, all my friends are like, oh my God, here you go with the riddles and metaphors. But I'm just like, I want you to just put yourself in my position. And sometimes love is an addiction. And it just talks about how nothing really hits like the first time. And when you reach that point of the relationship, you somewhat feel like you might have failed each other, because you're just realizing that every argument, betrayal, the weight gets even heavier. But the passion and the love that once existed, it's not quite hitting the same. So I likened it to that.
I mean, and I understand exactly what you're talking about, because when I was listening to it, that's exactly what I thought about. I just thought about the wide range of where you were going and the freedom of the song.
Thank you.
And then the deliverance, the confidence behind the notes that you were singing. I mean, it was so the passion. How do you take a song? Did you want to give this song away? When you wrote it, did you just know this one's mine?
I haven't said this to anybody, but I wrote the song with Beyonce in mind, right? Because I knew she was doing a rock project. Because I didn't think that the label would understand me coming off of a super R&B project and me being a church boy, that they would necessarily understand it. But I was going through that in a relationship where it was just coming apart. We weren't mad at each other. It just was coming apart. And I was like, damn, like, did we fail each other? And so I think that's how that note came out, because it was really an emotion that I was bottling in. And when it came out, I was like, damn, I've never really ever hit this note before. But when I got done, there was this little white engineer, and he didn't speak the whole time. But when I went to leave, I was like, okay, bounce these ideas so I could send them to Beyonce and her team. And he was like, hey, can I say something? And I was like, yeah. You didn't say nothing the whole day. I was like, what's up? He was like, I don't think you should give that record to anybody. He's like, that record, I've never had a song make me feel this way before. He's like, I listened to Radiohead, and the engineer, and I invited him to my show, and he was like, thank you for listening.
We're talking to Elijah Blake, currently on the road with Keyshia Cole. We've got his new single with 7 Streeter coming up on Café Mocha.
Want a little more of our flavor? Stay right there. It's Café Mocha.
Elijah Blake featuring 7 Streeter, Stuck in My Ways. It's Café Mocha. We've got Elijah on the line. Let's get back to it. Tell us a little bit about that collaboration.
7 Streeter we're both from Florida, and we've always, again, she's another incredible songwriter and storyteller, but we've just always seen each other in passings, her writing for other people, her working on her own stuff through Chris, and some other mutual friends. But Eric Hudson, who's an amazing producer and actually produced residuals for Chris, when I was telling him, hey, I want to just do something that taps into like the older soul music, things that made my mother used to clean to, that made me feel something. Everything just sounds so depressing or just so mundane or minimalistic. And he was like, I got something for you. He was like, your voice reminds me of like Otis Redding or Sam Cooke or Marvin Gaye. So he's like, I got this for you. And then he called Seven. I didn't even tell him to. But he called Seven. He's like, do you like Seven? I was like, she's amazing. And next thing I know, he's like, Seven's outside. So she comes in. He kind of orchestrates the whole thing because he's always wanted to do a Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell inspired song. And once we recorded the record, and then her and I was like, what do we do with this? Should we go in a movie? Because she was in between projects and in between deals, and so was I. And then when it came back around, my manager, Hoodie, that just passed, when I sent him the song, he was like, this is a life-changing record. And he wouldn't let the record go away. And then, he kind of spearheaded the whole process. And this is my favorite record right now that I have.
And it's on the charts right now, moving its way up.
Moving.
So congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. I feel like that's Hoodie up there doing his thing.
Can you sing a little something for Auntie Yo-Yo, please?
Of course.
Before we
all right, you ready? Of course. Here you go. There's nothing like a car that don't want to drive when you're on the move. There's nothing like an appetite when a meal just won't do. There's nothing like a train that won't come when you need it to. My baby's got 20/20 vision, but can't see it from my point of view.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
And as an artist, Loni, and I know, but an artist loves to hear the lyrics. And sometimes, even when you're playing your music for someone in the car, I just want the artist to mouth the words because I want to hear them. I want to see, and
I understand.
From one artist to the next artist, Elijah,
yes.
I cannot wait to download White Rum. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. We want to thank you for making Café Mocha one of your stops. We love you. You have some true fans over here.
Listen to his new single, White Rum. We're going to play it. And also on the chart, Stuck in My Ways. Thank you so much, Elijah, for stopping by.
Thank you so much, ladies. And congrats. I love that y'all are killing it. Again, before I go, I have to say, it's so whoever's listening, this platform is so important because when I was growing up, there was Cedar's World, there was 106 in Park, there was The Basement, there was all these things. And so whatever form of it or evolution of it that we have as Black people and as our community, it is an obligation to support it because if we ain't got each other, we ain't got nothing. So I got to say that before I go.
Thank you.
Take care, Elijah.
Bye, ladies. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be blessed.
Thank you.
Make sure you go to hbcufirstlook.com if you're at an HBCU or recently graduated from one. Submit your film by August 28th and then join us for the film festival at Howard University in November. Marseille Martin from Blackish will be there. Actress Lynn Whitfield is doing a master class, and so is filmmaker David E. Talbert. Even if you don't have a film, it's a great way to learn from Hollywood's top talent. Just go to hbcufirstlook.com. Until next time, you can find us on all platforms at Café Mocha Radio. Café Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Super Radio. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. For comments, booking, or more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.